Are you guys in the mood for a little bit more Iron Maiden? Because I'm feeling in the mood for a little bit more. And let's go ahead and listen to the next track here on the Number of the Beast. That is going to be Children of the Damned, the second track here on the album. You know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of a really old movie series called Children of the Corn. Did you guys ever heard of that? So when I was growing up with Blockbuster Video and all those places, as a kid, I don't know about you, but what I would do, you go to Blockbuster because your mom took you and said you can get one movie, you can rent one kid's movie, right? And you would dabble in the kids movie and you'd grab the movie you want to go, but then you would take that turn around the corner and go to the horror movie section. I was not a horror movie person at all, but I always loved looking at not the album covers, the DVD covers, the VHS covers. I have to go back even further. And listen, just walking by those covers scared me. Never seen Children of the Corn. Have no interest in it. Well, actually, I'm sure it's fine now. But let's go ahead and listen to the song. We will talk about it after. Let's dive on in. Oh. Sounds like Metallica. This sounds like, is it Unforgiven? I think. That had to get you out of bed. Where to even begin with this burner of a track? So, first of all, I'm not going to look it up because honestly, I just don't care to right now. Just being honest. But the opening reminds me a lot of Metallica. I don't know who came first. I don't know who did what first. I just don't care, to be honest. It sounds great. I'm not saying one's better than the other. They both are great bands. But the beginning reminded me. I think the track is Unforgiven. One of them. Maybe part 3 if I remember correctly. Anyways, I love how Iron Maiden brought it in so mellow. You can clearly hear the beauty of the guitar, the nice bass playing. Really, really underrated, I would say, in this track. Steve Harris you're going to have on the bass, and I think he did a wonderful job filling in that ambience, but also, of course, as the song progresses, bringing in that thrash element, bringing in that aggression and that anger and that tempo. Because the song had a tempo change, right? It was beautifully built up. I really love how the dual guitarists, of course, bring in their melodies and with their flash, but then you have that tempo change. You hear the kickoff riff and you know what's coming, and what do? They throw it at you. Really, really fantastic drumming throughout the whole thing, especially in that ending part, well, the second half, I should say, because of the diversity of the range that you could hear in the drumming there, from the snare rolls, building it up into, like I said, that faster thrash tempo, and whoever's doing the guitar solo at that moment, I'm not sure if it's Murray or Smith, but whoever's doing the guitar solo, I can't do it. I don't know if those are hammer-ons, hammer-offs, tap-ons, tap-offs, but either way, it was getting up. I shouldn't have said it. Why did you say that? You didn't have to say it, but it worked so well. Fantastic song, though, and of course the vocals from Bruce. I really like. Obviously, he has range. I mean, it's enormous. But the way he uses his range and the way that he applies grit into his range. You really heard it in the ending of the song where he hits that high note, and then he allows his throat and his voice to kind of stretch out and kind of go into that almost guttural more sound, where he kind of lets it rah, and then he kind of... I'm not doing it correctly. I'm just saying, like, he went from that kind of pure... and then allow that note to ring out to hit that gargle, if you will. So he kind of went like, listen, like, I'm not doing it right. I'm not making sense. Let's go to the lyrics here. It's a great track. He's walking like a small child, but his eyes burn you away. Black holes in his golden stare. God knows he wants to go home, children of the damned. He's walking like a dead man. If he had lived, he would have crucified us all. Now he's standing on his last step. He thought oblivion, well, it beckons us all. Is this like the Omen, Damien? Is that who this child of the damned is? Makes sense if it is. Now it's burning his hands. He's turning to laugh. Smiles as the flame sears his flesh, melting his face, screaming in pain, peeling the skin from his eyes. Watch him die according to plan. He's dust on the ground. What did we learn? Okay, maybe not, because it seems like he got something that maybe was changing who he was, and now it's kind of turning on him. You're children of the damned, your back's against the wall, you turn into the light, you're burning in the night. You're children of the damned, like candles, watch them burn, burning in the light, you'll burn again tonight, children of the damned. So is this kind of like a witch trial situation where maybe we have these people who are accused of witchcraft and other tomfoolery, and they're being burned? Maybe. It says here that that Children of the Damned is a 1963 science fiction film, a thematic sequel to the 1960 version of Village of the Damned. It is about a group of children with similar psi powers to the original seeding, but enabling an opposite interpretation of the children being a more good and more pure form of human instead of totally evil and alien. So perhaps this is taking inspiration from, I guess, that science fiction film. Which I've never heard of or definitely never seen, so I can't say for sure, but perhaps that is what it is in reference to. Let me know what you guys thought of this amazing track in the comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.